Welcome to this class. This session, we are going to do some examples on how to evaluate derivatives of functions by quotient rule at specific points of the function. So the first question, function is y equals to 1 over x plus 10. And then we have to evaluate the derivative at the point x equals to 3. So solution, let u to be 1 and v to be x plus 10. So this implies u prime is 0, and this implies v prime is 1. So dy dx, which is the same as u prime of x, is u prime v minus v prime u over v squared, which is 0 times x plus 10 minus 1 into 1 divided by x plus 10 squared. So dy dx will be minus 1 over x plus 10 squared. You can leave it here, or you can simplify it further as negative 1 x squared plus 20x minus plus 20x, and then plus 100. And then the derivative at 3 will be negative 1 over 3 plus 10 squared. It will be negative 1 over 13 squared. It will be negative 1 over 169. And then part B of the problem, we have z is given x over 3x squared plus 1. And then we have to evaluate the value of the derivative at x equals to minus 2. So let u and then v. So by definition, derivative is 1 and derivative of v is 6x. So z prime of x is the same as dz dx is u prime v minus v prime u over v squared, which is 1 into 3x squared plus 1 minus 6x times u is x divided by 3x squared plus 1 square. And then you simplify the numerator. So z prime of x is 3x squared plus 1 minus 6x squared over the square of 3x squared plus 1. So that will be z prime of x will be 1 minus 3x squared, and then over 3x squared plus 1 square. You can leave it that way, or you can expand the denominator. 1 minus 3x squared over 9x power 4 plus 6x squared plus 1. So which implies z prime at -2 will be 1 minus 3 into -2 squared over 9 into -2 power 4 plus 6 -2 squared plus 1. So let's say 1 minus 3 into -2 squared is minus 11, and then -2, so 9 answer power 4 plus 6 answer squared plus 1, 169. So therefore, z prime at -2 is minus 11 over 169. C is y x power 4 minus 4 over x squared minus 5. Now, solution, we let u to be x power 4 minus 4 and v to be x squared minus 5. So this means u prime would be 4x cubed, and this means v prime is 2x. So dy dx will be u prime v minus v prime u over v squared, which is 4x power 3 x squared minus 5 minus 2x into x power 4 minus 4 divided by x squared minus 5 squared. So dy dx equals to 4x power 5 minus 20x power 3 minus 2x power 5 and then plus 8x divided by x squared minus 5 squared. So dy dx, so we'll have 2x power 5 minus 20x power 3 plus 8x over x squared minus 5 squared. And for this question, they wanted us to evaluate the value of dy dx when x is 2. So this will be 2 power 5 minus 20, 2 power 3 plus 8 times 2, and then 2 squared minus 5. And if you simplify this one, we should get minus 80. And then next problem, if f of x is given by 1 over x cubed plus 1, and then evaluate the derivative when x is 1. So solution, let u to be 1 and v to be x cubed plus 1. So which means u prime is 0 and v prime is 3x squared. So f prime of x is u prime v minus v prime u over v squared will be 0 into x cubed plus 1 minus 3x squared into u, which is 1, over x cubed plus 1 squared. So f prime of x will be negative 3x squared divided by x cubed plus 1 over 2. And then the derivative at 1 will be negative 3, 1 squared, 1 power 3 plus 1 squared will be negative 3 over 2 squared. This negative 3 over 4. So that's how we solve that problem. And lastly, if you are given that f of x is given by 9x raised to power 5 over 2 minus 2 over x, and then evaluate the value of the function derivative when x is 1. So solution, let u to be 9x 5 over 2 minus 2 and v to be x. So this means u prime will be now 45 over 2 x raised to power 3 over 2, and this will be 1. So v prime will be 1. So f prime of x is u prime v minus v prime u over v squared. Now v prime is 45 over 2 x power 3 over 2 u prime, and then v is x minus v prime is 1, u is 9x 5 over 2 minus 2 divided by x squared. Now we'll have 45 over 2 x raised power. Now 1 plus 3 over 2 will be 5 over 2 minus 9x raised power 5 over 2 plus 2, and then over x squared. So this is the derivative of f. Now 45 minus 9 is 27 over 2. So f prime of x is 27 over 2 x 5 over 2 plus 2 over x squared. Now, which can be written as 27 over 2 x power 5 over 2 over x squared plus 2 over x squared. So i.e. the derivative will be 27 over 2 x power a half, cos 5 over 2 minus 2, and then plus, say this is 2 x raised power minus 2. So lastly, the value of the derivative at 1 will be 27 over 2 1 power half plus 2 1 power minus 2. Just be 27 over 2 plus 2 that 1 over 2. Is that 1 over 2, or simply 15.5. So this is the value of the the derivative at x equals to 1. Thank you.